And here's the dam. There's the much controlled Little Tennessee River. Alright, on my way back to the NOC this morning, and the back road took us on a stretch on the Little Tennessee River. It's up a little bit because of all the recent rains, but this is something that can't wait to get back home because I want to definitely kayak this part of the river. Beautiful, beautiful area. Alright, about to hit the trail again at the NOC, heading up the big climb. Here's the river and kind of the setup here. And somebody's backup camera, backup beeper. That's the outfitter, general store. Good setup here to pretty much take care of anything you need. Alright, just above the NOC, here's some of the trail around here. There's the river down there. Pretty cool rock face up here behind me. Really neat spot. A lot of history at the NOC. It's one of the oldest outdoor centers. Kind of started this whole thing of outdoor centers. Started in 1972. Great article about it in the AJC, Atlanta Journal-Constitution, about an Atlanta couple, school teacher and Georgia Tech grad, that started this place. Really, really cool activities that go on here that kind of, like I said, started this whole craze of outdoor adventuring and things. So check out that AJC article and look at some of the history of this place. But starting this 3,000 plus foot climb right now, kind of dreading it. Yes, that's a male bluebird. Already moved back in up here for the season. That's a male calling. My kids will think I'm a real nerd for sharing that. Now, if I was a bear, that's where I would live. See all the dirt that's washed out of there? Something's definitely using it. Beautiful rock formation though. This is an area, the beginning of what's called the jump up. And just this view right here is really nice. Still here at the jump up. I think that's probably the Nantahala down there. Trail's pretty narrow. Sorry. Alright, so Wednesday morning, I forgot what day of the hike it is. I'll figure that out. Get up here in a little bit, but just left the shelter, had a good night. Headed to Brown Shelter toward Fontana Dam. So I'll do one more night between here and Fontana. I got a 10-mile day today. I'm on a big climb right now up to Chehaw, but other than that, I think there's a big downhill after that. Just kind of standard stuff for the Nantahala. It's not easy, but doable. So good night last night, and nice morning this morning. It's breezy as you can hear, but it's not cold, so it's nice. Okay, this is still on Keogh Bald. This gives you a better idea why it's called a bald. It's kind of cool to see this much open terrain up on mountaintops, but it's just over 5,000 feet up. And I stayed last night in Sassafras Gap Shelter. Had to look it up. Alright. So I've been noticing a couple of things. I don't know if this will come out on camera or not, but that little plant right there is a nibbled off end of briars. If you can see these little green ones all out here, they're all nibbled on the ends. We always just call those bramble briars, but that's deer, nibbling those off. February and March are the toughest times of the year for them as far as finding something to eat, so they'll eat on those briars. It's on another subject, it's supposed to get up in the upper 70s today, and I just saw two snakes, both little garter snakes. I got pictures I'll put on here. But I was thinking about that, and I thought, if it's getting that warm, snakes will come out. Sunny spots, and sure enough, But they're harmless little snakes. But you know, then you got to wonder what are the timber rattlers doing? So anyway, just something else to look out for. All right, this is Staco Gap, North Carolina. They're doing some tree work here. They just took off for lunch, I think. It's a beautiful spot though. All right, this is Brown Fort Gap Shelter. Got here today after a uphill from Stacoa Gap that was absolutely ridiculous. It just kind of pisses you off. But it's a good shelter, good water, and it's warm. So that's it for my complaining. All right, it's the morning of February 23rd. I'm going from Brown Branch Gap Shelter to Fontana Village today. It's a little over 11 miles. Big strong wind last night. Stayed in the shelter, so it wasn't bad, except incredibly dusty. And then rain came in this morning, but light rain, and it's very warm, so really not unpleasant hiking. Yeah, it's easy to forget that I know the Smokies that get the rainfall to be categorized as a rainforest. I would imagine the Nantaillas are right there too. It's really beautiful in its way. All right, I'm not sure how well you can see it, but that's Fontana Dam. And so I'm on my final descent down into Fontana Village. The lake's really big. I've been looking at it for hours now. But it's supposed to be kind of a cool little village area. But it was also supposed to be a beautiful, beautiful valley when it was kind of the center of the homeland for the Cherokee before it was flooded. All right, here's another little bit better view of the dam. Frankly, it's ugly. Kind of a blight, if you ask me. This is the Little Tennessee River dammed up, and if you come out of Atlanta on 441 toward Franklin, North Carolina, just south of Franklin is a little area called Otto, and along that area of 441 you can see the Little Tennessee River in its early stages, and then it flows through Franklin, and there's a pretty river walk there along it. If you go north of there, I think on Highway 28 in the area of Cowie, or Cowie, North Carolina, you'll be on the edge of the river for quite a while, and you can see just what a beautiful, beautiful river it is, and it can give you probably some idea of what this probably looked like before this happened. So this is the famous Fontana Hilton. It's the nicest shelter on the Appalachian Trail. This is its view. This is the shelter itself. Picnic areas, power station, trash. I think there's showers up the hill. And that's kind of what it looks like inside. All right, here's a little better view of Fontana Lake. The trail follows this parking lot, right along this edge right through here. So this is actually the trail, going from the Fontana Hilton shelter over to the Fontana Visitor Center. So kind of cool, especially after being in the woods for so many days. So when you actually get to the dam, they're doing some work on it. So you may see these signs. Anyway, when you get close, come to the visitor center for the dam. That'll get you in the right place.